Have you ever wondered what goes into making an art tutorial video? Maybe you're just curious as to what goes on behind the scenes, or perhaps you're considering becoming a YouTuber yourself. Well, if that's the case, then stick around, because in this video I'm going to share with you every step of the way, from the very first idea to taking photographs right through to launching on YouTube. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So once I'm back in the studio, I go through my camera to see if there's anything that really jumps out at me. Now, when I was doing the photo shoot, I really loved these photos of the Hellebore because you could see the light shining through from the back. So it was with this in mind that I decided to paint the Hellebore for the tutorial. Because I work from photographs, having a clean image is crucial and plays a huge part of the process. So once I've decided on my image, I take it into Pixelmator and take out the background. With the background removed, it means that I can assess my colours quickly and easily, much easier than with the background there. So using this app, I take away the background and then I refine the image like this before I finally print it out. So before I can do any further work on my painting, I need to make sure that it's something that people are searching for. So I head over to my YouTube studio where I use TubeBuddy to do my keyword research. Keywords are things that people type into the search bar to see whether your painting or whatever subject you're doing is searchable on YouTube. So as you can see, I'm testing out different words that I think people will be searching for that are applicable to the painting that I'm doing. I'm trying things like botanical painting or Hellebore painting, and you can see this one has a high score of 93. So tracing down my line drawing, as you can see here, this is from another tutorial that I've done, and I'll link it on the top of your screen so that you can see it in greater detail. It's crucial to the process that you have a really clean outline to work from, which means that you can apply your watercolour right into the pencil line without any fuss. This stage is really important for me because I then take a photograph of this line drawing so that you can use to paint yourself. Once I'm happy with a clean outline, I then take it into Pixelmator. I use this application to do my digital trace downs now, where you can see me add in a transparent layer over the actual line drawing that we're going to paint, using my Apple Pencil to go around the pencil lines like this. And once I'm happy and I've done the entire plant, I then put this transparent background onto a clean piece of white paper, as it were, and then upload that final image to my camera roll, ready for you guys to paint when you're ready to do the tutorials. So the next stage is setting the scene and filming. You've seen me use these in a lot of my thumbnails and my opening shots. See, these are my battery operated lights that you can see here. They're battery operated because they are very movable, and it means that I can place them wherever I want to, along with all my dried flower props that you can see here in this little box that I store under my desk. These are really useful for my opening shots and the thumbnails that you click on within YouTube. Once I've selected the props that I'm going to use, this is my setup shot where I filmed the beginning of my video. You'll see me do this many times at the front of my videos for what we call the hook, where I'm telling you everything that's going to happen within the video, using my props, and I'm deciding which ones are applicable to that photograph. I do all my filming on my Canon M50 Mark II camera here, using this really useful boom arm that I've attached to my desk. It's really fantastic because it means that I can attach my camera to it like this and adjust the camera angle in whichever position that I want to. Once I've secured the camera to the boom arm like this, you can see I can move it in whichever position I want to, making sure that I get the closest angle possible for my shot. By tilting the screen like this, I can see exactly where I'm going with my filming. You can see that I'm setting the scene here, making sure that I've got my overhead lighting in place and that everything's nice and tidy on my desk here. I also use my iPhone to do some of my filming, and I've got some of my props behind me there. And you can see I'm just doing a few sort of test shots here, making sure that everything's in place and everything looks good on camera with the lighting and the color balance, the white balance, and all that kind of stuff. So once I'm happy with everything in place, you can see this is kind of what we ended up with. This is the opening shot of the Hellebore that we're going to be painting. Notice that the props are at the side there and all the graphics are dropped in. So we go on to film the entire tutorial, and you can see me here doing it in time lapse, and this is something that we're going to be doing later. I also do my piece to camera if that's needed for that particular tutorial, and that's all edited at the same time. So I use iMovie to edit my films. So with all my footage in place within my media folder at the top, I can now drop everything into the timeline ready to do my rough cut. At this point, I go through the footage, removing all the bits that are not needed, such as me moving my hand or maybe reaching over. And then I also drop it in the graphics that you see here, like the subscribe button, verts, all that kind of stuff. I also flip the footage around so that it's facing in the right direction. I then go on to add my graphic opener and of course my Patreon footage that you can see here. It's really important that I do my keyword research for the things like the voiceover. So you can see me here scripting out bullet points for the various things it's important for me to mention. The title of the video, the thumbnail of the video all play an important role. So the keywords need to be mentioned within these elements as well as within my speech. Once I'm happy with my script, I go to my computer and use my Blue Yeti microphone to do my voiceover work, making sure that everything's lined up and is done using the keyword research that I had mentioned earlier on. It's really vital at this point that I make notes to put in the various other elements that need to be done post-production, like the information cards that you see me mentioning within my videos, where I ask you to click through to that particular video if you need to see any more footage. So again, keyword research plays an important part here, and I make sure that everything's ready to go before I start doing my voiceover. Voiceover work is quite tricky for me, and I often stumble over my words, as you can tell. But as you can see when I'm talking, I'm smiling because it does come across within my voice within my videos. Once everything's done, it's a massive sigh of relief. I'm always glad to get that out of the way. Sound design is just a very posh word for adding music to your footage, and for this I use Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound is a subscription service that I use to get all the music that I like, as well as various sound effects if needed. The music is put into different genres, so if I'm looking for a particular mood or that type of music, I can go to that particular tab and search what I'm looking for and download it and add it into my video. There are lots of things to be done post-production. The next thing I need to do is design my thumbnail. This is the thing that you click on when you go to YouTube. I go to Canva. This is a super important part of the process, and it can mean the difference between people clicking on the video or not. So it's really important that you get all the elements that you need, and Canva are brilliant for this because I am not a graphic designer, and it makes the process super easy. This is a tutorial that I did a while back. I use this font quite a lot for my thumbnails, again using the keyword research that we did earlier on to put the words that I want to add for this particular one, and then I upload it, and once I've uploaded the video to YouTube within the YouTube studio, I can add that particular thumbnail there after I've uploaded it. So we're in the YouTube studio now. This is where all the post-production work happens, like adding all my descriptions again, which are keyword rich, all my social media links, all my affiliate links and things, all that kind of stuff. I use Bitly for my affiliate links. Once I've created the link, I do a shorter link in Bitly and then I add it to my description box here like this. We need to schedule the video, so that's done in advance. As you can see, I tend to work about 5 weeks in advance, and then I add the video to the playlists that I need, as well as my end screen. This is the bit that you see right at the end of the video, where I put my subscription link call to action there, and also the playlist that you very often see me add towards the end of the video. Information cards are also important here, where I'm saying to you, if you want to click on that particular video, I need to add that in here as well. So these are all really, really important elements of post-production. And then I do a final run through and just to have a quick look to see how things are looking before it is published. And this is how the final video will look on YouTube. But it doesn't stop there. We go into our Facebook group here. So once the video has been launched on YouTube, I need to make sure that the reference photographs and line drawings are there for people to print out and work with. So you've heard me say many times in my videos to head over to the Facebook group where we have all this information. So it's really important that I put all this information there ready to go. So you can see here all the line drawings and reference photographs that we have relating to our YouTube channel. And then of course we go over to YouTube and the video will be launched, and everything you see here are videos that we have on our channel. So scrolling through, you can see we've got loads of videos to choose from. And here we have our community tab with the line drawings and reference photographs and finished paintings and all that kind of stuff. And there's also a little bit about me as well. So if you've stayed until this point, thank you for watching right the way through this video. And I really hope that you found it informative and useful. And please click on that subscribe button and hit that bell and give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.